You call this solving the crime? You have Kevin listed as the primary suspect.
Well, Lucy, excuse me, this isn't personal. I'm just logically following the facts.
Yeah, but Victor, how logical is it that I'm scared to death that Lucy might be the next victim, but I'm the killer? I owed Bennett Devlin my life, but I killed him?
There's a very good... Oh, I just thought of something else. Even as a boy, you were a bundle of contradictions.
Contradictions? Victor, I already feel responsible for Devlin and Grace Sullivan. I don't need my own father accusing me.
People are dying exactly as they did in your book. Now, I'm very sorry if this is unpleasant for you, but all roads lead directly to you.
It is possible that Greg Cooper sent that letter to Julie.
Yeah, but his doctor said he was comatose at the time. And how could Cooper get out and take pictures of Julie after he'd already been institutionalized?
Maybe Frank's right. Maybe Cooper has somebody working on the outside for him.
Joe, Karen, there's something wrong with Neil.
I just talked to the nurse. His vitals were fine.
I don't care what she said. I can tell by looking at my son when something's wrong.
Okay.
Victor, I don't care what that chart says. You don't have a shred of evidence that ties me to any of the murders.
Monk, you're a clever man. Ergo, one would expect that you would be clever in covering your tracks.
Boy, Victor, you really have a lot of nerve. Where would you be if it weren't for Kevin right now?
Monk is a wonderful son. He's a man of many dimensions, as the chart shows. In one life, he's an upstanding citizen. In another, he's a methodical killer.
Tell me something. Have you skipped taking your medication?
I assure you, I have never been more clear-headed in my life.
Fine, then you tell me what evidence you have that implicates me.
Monk, all of your relatives have been certifiable head cases. Every last one of them.
I certainly hope you are including yourself in that.
What? Absolutely. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, it is true that you have tried to live a normal life, but you have already been caught sipping from the Collins gene pool.
No, I had a breakdown. That doesn't make me a killer, Victor.
You were a stalker, my boy. And what's more, you have no memory of having been one. Isn't it logical to expect that the blackouts have returned?
No, it isn't possible that the blackouts have returned. I worked hard at my therapy, intensive therapy, and I've recovered from it.
He's right. Yes, he has a stalker history, but that is just it. It's history.
He wouldn't be the first serial killer in the family. His poor brother practically turned this town into his private hunting ground.
Kevin is not Ryan.
Lucy, of course you can't be objective about this. You're in love with him. Love is the triumph of imagination over intelligence.
But I had no motive for these killings.
Let's look at that. It is true that Devlin may have saved your life when he rescued us after
Wait a minute. Who saved you from the fire? Kevin did, and this is the way you pay him back?
Look at that. Devlin tried to sue you. He even tried to stop publication of the book.
But I called the publisher myself and asked them to stop selling the book.
Did you really think the publisher was going to go along with that? Wasn't that really just a clever strategic move?
All right, wait a minute. Let's just suppose that Doc did kill Devlin.
What?
I'm not saying that you did. Let's just suppose.
Thank you.
Then where does that leave Grace's death and Julie's drug overdose? He has no motive.
Let's look at that. Monk figured that he was onto a good thing when Devlin's murder caused the sales of his book to skyrocket.
Oh.
So you're saying now that I'm killing for money?
Monk, your book stands to earn you millions. I'm very proud of you, but isn't it true that General Homicide is selling so well merely because people are actually dying?
Crazy and greedy. I'm glad you think so highly of me, Victor.
My personal assessment of you is completely irrelevant. Give me an alibi, and I will gladly rearrange my whole chart.
An alibi?
Yes.
You want an alibi? All right, I'll give you an alibi. How's that? You were missing at the time of the murders. Where's your alibi?
Lucy Coe is the one who should have your stethoscope wrapped around her conniving little neck.
Why? What did Lucy Coe do to you?
She just cut her own throat. That's what she did.
Looks like somebody could use a martini.
Yeah, extra olives. And while you're at it, why don't you put a little arsenic in there? I'll send it over to Lucy. She could use a Kevorkian cocktail.
You sure arsenic would do the job? No, she already survived one poisoning.
Yeah, well, Rex Stanton botched the job. He didn't realize that she's not really human. She's a little android wrapped up in a tight lycra miniskirt with a key in her back that's just programmed to be Scott Baldwin's keeper.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe this will loosen your tongue. You know, you're so quiet tonight.
I can't believe it. I put my life and my career on the line to help get Serena back from Rex. And what is it? Do you think it would matter? Do you think it would matter? No. With all that inane babbling that she does, you'd think the least she could do is say thank you.
You know, you're kind of sexy when your claws are out.
Be careful, Chris. You could be on the business end of my talons.
Yeah, okay, well, any day now, you're going to get to the point of this.
You ever hear of a hooker with a heart of gold?
Lucy Coe? No, she's not the street-walking type.
No, that's just the way she dresses. Lucy isn't the one who used to be a hooker. I am.
You? Yeah, right.
Come on. And don't ask me how much I used to charge either, because you couldn't afford me.
You're serious? Wow. Prostitute turned doctor. That's a new one even for me. Come a long way, baby.
Thanks. Well, there's no use hiding it anymore. Lucy is primed and ready to tell everyone in Port Charles about it.
Did she tell Baldwin?
Oh, she couldn't wait.
Oh. So you and the shyster split up. Normally, you know, I wouldn't want to see you let a rich one like that get away, but I'm a silver lining kind of guy. It means I get another shot.
Don't hold your breath, Chris. Scott didn't dump me.
Yeah.
I'd rather get a dog.
Come on, Eve. I'm the Dennis Rodman of love, baby. Look for me on the rebound.
I am not on the rebound, okay? As a matter of fact, Scott took it really well. As a matter of fact, you're taking it very well yourself. Aren't you the least bit surprised?
Well, probably the smartest hooker I ever met, but you're certainly not the first.
Well, thanks. Thanks for acting like I didn't devour small children or anything.
Oh, come on, Eve. We're buds. I mean, if it wasn't for the steady diet of nasty dreams I have about you, we could have been raised in the same family.
To birds of a feather.
May they always flock together.
Hey, you know, you'll never be my boyfriend.
No, never say never.
No, no, no. How about being my partner instead?
And what?
We are gonna cut Lucy Coe off at the knees.
Neil. Neil, can you open your eyes for me?
Hey, Dr. Joe.
Hey, buddy. Listen, we need to check a few things out, okay?
His pulse is up to 118. I felt his head before I came to get you. He wasn't hot, but he was acting like he does when he has a fever.
All right, listen, your vitals are pretty good, but we need to get in there. There's an infection in there somewhere, and we need to find out where it is so we can get rid of it, okay?
Infections suck.
That's my sentiments exactly.
Might give him antibiotics or something.
We don't know yet until we take some tests. Neil, does this hurt, honey?
Are you telling me there's not a single IV nurse on this floor?
Let me go.
No, a regular nurse can't do it. This kid's veins are shot. I have a 6-year-old here with acute lymphocytic leukemia, and I need blood drawn. Fine.
Is there an IV nurse on the way?
Oh, gee.
It's okay, buddy. I'm the man with the soft touch. We have to do this short staff tango. Can you get what we need? I'm gonna draw the blood myself.
Sure, you got it.
Thanks.
I don't want any more needles, Dr. Joe.
So we just need to get in there and find out what's causing this yucky feeling that you have. I promise you'll barely even feel it, okay?
Hold my hand, Mom.
Yeah. I am right here, baby.
Oh, look at the size of those biceps.
I don't have big muscles.
Oh, come on. Those are the makings of Arnold-sized biceps. You got Chewbacca-sized arms there, Neil, I'm telling you.
You can't see Chewy's muscles. He's too furry.
Well, imagine if you shaved off all his fur.
A bald Chewy?
I bet he looks just like the Terminator underneath all that fur.
Who do you think would win, the Terminator or Chewy if they had a fight?
That depends. Is Han Solo on Chewie's side?
Just Chewy.
It's a tough one. I'd have to say Chewie, because he could just take the Falcon and land it right on the Terminator's head, and that'd be the end of him.
That's cheating.
All righty, all done.
Okay.
That wasn't so bad.
See, I told you so.
Okay, I'm gonna get this down to the lab. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Okay.
You rest for me now, okay, buddy?
I think Chewie would win a fair fight.
You have quite a touch.
I'll notify you as soon as we get the test results back.
Joe, having a friend at a time like this, it means a lot to me. And to you. It doesn't hurt that you are a great, great doctor, too. I can't tell you how comforting it is to have you here.